try something different on the phone. I guess I'm going to find out what the hell I just did on an accident. Alright, so this is Decent Fool with the People News. I'm not an attorney, so don't take this as such. I don't practice law, nor care to. I just do research, spread it out there that may or may not benefit you as well as me. Alright? I never look straight forward. I always look around me for the outside forces may commit harm upon me. And when I say outside forces, it means any type of thing, person, or, coming at me, right? Want to cause harm to me. Okay? So, let's see what happens here and what we got.
Hey, I'm back. I want to talk about Municipal Corporation. Municipal Corporation. Excuse me, I had a toothpick in my mouth. Because the government, the self-proclaimed rulers of this nation, have been incorporated a long time ago and are said to be municipal corporations. A lot of the times you go to get a ticket from a policy enforcement agent who declares a false emergency on the side of the road, kidnaps you under color of law, which is a false arrest, to give you the ticket. He is acting on behalf of a municipal corporation. You are sent to a municipal court. So the key word here is municipal. What is a municipality? Let's look up municipality in Black's Law right here. Municipality, municipal corporation, the governing body of a municipal corporation. Okay, so municipal corporation, a city, town, or other local political entity formed by charter from the state and having the autonomous authority to administer the state's local affairs, especially a public corporation created for political purposes and endowed with political powers to be exercised for the public good in the administration of local civil government. Remember, look at my other video. You will see that in order to be part of this political society, political body of a municipal corporation, you must be socially contracted. You must have a full disclosure contract with that false entity that claims themselves to be the highest authority. Okay, now it mentioned in there public corporation. Let's look at public corporation. A corporation whose shares are traded to and amongst the general public. A corporation that is created by the state as an agency in the administration of civil government. A government-owned corporation that engages in activities that benefit the general public, usually while remaining financially independent. Such a corporation is managed by a publicly appointed board. Okay. So we have all kinds of issues with these people. They force us to abide by their corporate policy through these assumed and presumed social contracts. So, where should we go next? I mean, there's so many different definitions of words. We could go to corporate citizenship up here, and we can see that corporate citizenship is corporate status in the state of incorporation, though a corporation is not a constitutional citizen for the purposes of the privileges and immunities clauses in Article 4, Section 2, and in the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Then we can also go down here and look at what the corporate...
Okay, let's stop there for a second. So we've been convinced to get a driver's license for a privilege of driving. So it's not even within the guidelines of the Constitution. So they are ignoring the Constitution. So you're giving up your rights your constitutional rights for privileges.
Fail is. Corporate fail. The legal assumption that the acts of a corporation are not the actions of its shareholders, so that the shareholders are exempt from liability from the corporation's actions. You know, when they send their policy enforcement agents, their what's another word for those people? Mercenaries who force you, abuse you, beat the hell out of you, and sometimes kill you for not doing what they say because they have deemed themselves your God. Okay? These people fuck you up, and now they are exempt. They get to hide under the corporate veil. What is a corporation? We all know what that is. It's an entity, usually a business, having authority under law to act as a single person, distinct from the shareholders who own it, and having rights to issue stock and exists indefinitely. Then a group or succession of persons established in accordance with the legal rules into a legal or juristic person, which is a fiction. It's a fictional entity that has legal personality distinct from the natural persons who make it up, exists indefinitely apart from them, and has the legal powers that its constitution gives it. Oh, did I just say constitution? Man, what is a constitution, people? Could this constitution that everybody is obsessed with be a corporate social contract somehow, some way? Good question. Anybody figure that out? Let me know. Where does a corporation get its authority from? The power rightfully wielded by officers of a corporation. In some jurisdictions, a municipal officer, especially one empowered to represent the municipality in certain statutory matters. Corporate authority. Okay, so these agents have corporate authority only if you are socially contracted to this corporation. Okay, so there's questions about who these people are, what they are, why the hell they don't respect their constitutional oaths, so on and so forth. Now, look at what a dummy corporation is. It is a corporation whose only function is to hide the principal's identity and to protect the principal from liability. Look at that, they hide behind the corporate veil. Foreign corporation, a corporation that was...
The veil, the black robe. They hide behind the black robe. Officers behind the badge. Lawyers behind their degree.
Organizing, chartered under the laws of another state, government, or country. For example, in Arizona, a California corporation is said to be a foreign corporation. So if you think about it, if the United States of America Corporation is owned by a bunch of bankers who are British or Roman or wherever they are from, whoever owns that corporation, whatever state, country, or government owns that corporation, means that they are foreign entities here in our country. So, now what are we supposed to do?
A few, seems like a few hundred videos ago, I talked to y'all about 1933 filed bankruptcy. But along with that, all government officials must take a Foreign Registration Act and fill it out because they are foreign to the people. Alright? They're not operating in within the guidelines of the Constitution, okay, even though it's a contract thing, but they're still not operating within the guidelines of the Constitution. They turned everything into a corporation and really finalized it with the Foreign Registration Act, 1933, or 1938, I'm sorry, not 1933, but 1938. And they all must sign this, which they don't. Why? Because we let them know they are foreign to you. Okay? Everybody keeps talking about, I got a bar license, on some of these signs with attorneys. I've been licensed since blank, blank, blank. They're not licensed. Alright? It's a bar membership card. They cannot be licensed because the state does not produce any type of license to do so. Alright? This is the reason why we have a hard time, for argument's sake. The state of Texas has really very little authority with the judges and attorneys because they are foreign. They're operating within the guidelines of the UCC, which is in the guidelines of the Bar Union, which is in the guidelines of, today we call Queen Elizabeth. Okay?
You saw what a municipal corporation was, didn't you? Municipal corporations only have the ability to enforce their policy upon their corporate people. Municipality, where was it? I was saving it, now I lost it. I like my Black's Law Dictionary, it kind of helps me put things together. Municipality, municipal corporation, the governing body of a municipal corporation. Municipal corporation, right? It only has authority over itself, which means all these acts, statutes, regulations, all these policies passed by these corporate bug bastards we all call politicians, that means that police power is only the statutes and acts and regulations only apply to those who are employed by the corporation, which means they are socially contracted with that government. Government is a corporation. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now,
which goes back into, I believe, it's been a long time since I looked it up, 28 USC 3002. I believe it's 2. B15, I believe, plainly speaks that all government is a corporation.
look this site up real quick, the Free Dictionary by Farlex. I don't know how exactly credible they are, but it will at least give you an idea. What I typed in was municipal corporation into Google, and if you're not familiar with this site, get familiar with it. It does have a lot of good information in it. Read, people. Just take your time. You don't have to rush through this. You don't have to cram. All you have to do is just like when you read a book. You read, you let it soak in overnight, and by the next day or the next time you go back and read the same thing, you'll have more intellect and more comprehension on the topic. Thank you.
I do agree with that. I usually have to read it 3 or 4 times to really understand these things. And then I still got to look up definition of words that they are using and figure out which definition benefits them. Because every definition of the words they use in here of legalese is to benefit them. So you got to figure out how does it benefit them and not you. Okay? We go back into, again, trickery of words. This is Diesel for We the People News. Bye, y'all.